Look at how push broomy my mustache is right now. Look at that thing. I could clean something. I could just rub my face all over the floor and clean it. Look at that.
Got a good Daniel Day-Lewis length going.
I've abandoned my boy!
Yeah, he's got a bushy stash in that movie.
I've abandoned my boy.
Yeah, I remember that great moment when he goes,
Gentlemen, you don't have enough talent to win on talent alone.
Hello and welcome to the Talent Podcast by the Wheel. I am your host, Adam Hess, and with me, as always, he would never, ever, not for 1 second, ever play professional football in Jerusalem. It's Mike Regan. Mike, how you doing today?
Who's playing professional football in Jerusalem? I don't get that
Didn't
one.
see the Tua conference?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, Tua's post-game press conference, they asked him about how it felt to win a professional football game in Spain, and he just started talking about how he wants to play professional football in Jerusalem.
Interesting for a Hawaiian.
Weird timing, I would say.
Yeah.
To really go hard on the I want to do something in Israel slant.
Yeah, it is. Very weird timing.
But you wouldn't. You would never play professional football in Jerusalem, would you? You've said so.
No,
because,
I probably...
primarily, they don't have professional football in Jerusalem. They're not known for their professional football there.
I don't know if I'll ever get the chance to play professional football in America, let alone Jerusalem. So
You know, maybe it's because I'm approaching 30, but I'm starting to think I'm not going to make it into the pros.
I still hold out hope every once in a while.
What was the age? What was the age when you were like, I'm starting to think I'm not going to make it?
10.
Yeah, for me, it was like 21. Like, I held on to that thought way too long. I was like a real adult who'd had no shot at making the pros, and I was like, well, what if I start kicking real good? And it's like that movie where the donkey kicks field goals. Like, someone just sees me on the side of the road, and I'm just nailing a 61-yard field goal, and they're like, by God, who is that?
Yeah, there's a movie where a donkey kicks field goals.
Yeah, you're not familiar with this?
I'm not familiar with this, no.
Yeah, it's a donkey, and he kicks field goals.
Well, I got that. I got the premise of it.
That's really all there is to say. It has less substance than Air Bud. At least Air Bud, they're like, we have to win a basketball game, or this guy's dad's going to prison. What's the plot of that movie? Why is the basketball game so important? And why does the dog's owner get arrested at the end? What does he get arrested for?
I do not remember Air Bud as well as you do. It appears.
I'm a little bit of a cinephile, Mike. I don't know if you know that or not. I've seen
You know your Air Bud.
I've seen Begonia in theaters 3 times for some reason.
Yes.
I watched Mad Max 2 today because my work laptop's bricked.
How'd you break it?
Internet porn.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Russian malware.
I watched The Road Warrior when I should have been doing work and ate cornbread.
Interesting.
The ghost.
What does that say about you?
Says that, I agree with everything Mel Gibson did before the year 2002.
Okay, good point. All right. Saved yourself there at the end.
I did have that thought during the movie. So it's like young Mel Gibson, like probably early 30s, looking like he's 41 years old, but probably early 30s.
Isn't he actually
right?
Australian?
Yeah, he's an Aussie. That's why he's in Mad Max, a film famously set in Australia.
Oh, okay.
It's an Ozploitation film, you see.
Oh.
Do you want me to just go off like an Ozploitation rant here?
No, I hate when I get exploited.
Well, don't watch Mad Max. Notable Ozploitation film.
I refuse to get exploited like that.
I had that feeling, or the thought, God damn, I really had to backtrack through some key words there. I had that thought when I was watching famous Ozploitation film featuring Australian actor Mel Gibson.
Yes. Mad
Max 2, The Road Warrior. Where I was thinking, like, Road Warrior. We'll say 82, 83. I don't know what year came out off the top of my head, but early 80s, right? Like, would they shoot a scene, like, a car blows up, Max pulls himself out of it, and, like, dusts himself off and grabs a shotgun, and then George Miller yells, and cut! And, like, in the back of, like, Mel Gibson's head in 1982, after taking Mad Max, was he already angry about Jewish people? Like, was he just upset about Jewish people in that moment, and it took the alcohol to bring it out, or is that a viewpoint that came with time?
That's kind of like a mind-blowing question to ask, because now I apply that to, like, a lot of celebrities who've had quite the heel turn in their lives, and I'm like, were you always that way, or did that just... Was it the fame and power that did it to you? Was it substances that did it to you? What made you that way? That's a great question.
Yeah. Like, did making The Passion of the Christ make Mel Gibson go, God, I hate Jewish people? Or was it like 1986 Mad Max 2 Mel Gibson was just like, oh God, you know, I love making films with George Miller, but I really got to smell this Jewish cabal running Australia.
Jesus was a Jew, wasn't he? Isn't that a shoot?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, for all we know, Jesus was an apocryphal figure from history who didn't really exist, but like, as far as we know, if he was real, then yes, he was Jewish. There was no other monotheistic religion, right? It was just you were Jewish, or you're waiting for Jesus and Muhammad to come along to invent the other ones.
Gotcha. Okay. I think it's just weird that you would hate the Jews after all that. That's very confusing, that Bible. I've never read it start to finish. I've read some excerpts. Didn't like what I read, so I kind of just closed the book. Literally.
You hate Vince McMahon despite the fact that he created CM Punk.
He didn't create. Okay, that was dumb. Everything you said was stupid. That was ignorant. I shouldn't even do the podcast now.
Now here's the operative question, Mike. As we are now primarily a manufacturer of YouTube shorts, should the YouTube short that I make after editing this podcast later tonight be something football related, or should I just cut out our conversation about when did Mel Gibson start hating Jewish people and make that the YouTube short?
I feel like that would provoke a lot of conversation. Yeah.
But is it provoking the conversation that we want to be having?
I don't know. The conversation is just, it's fun to have a conversation.
It's all about engagement. It doesn't matter if it's the anti-Jewish engagement or not.
Get the internet on it. They'll start like sleuthing through things. They'll find some interview he did in 1999 where he said something that was like a slight dog whistle for anti-Semitism, and they'll be like, "See, we should have known all along."
1989, a slight dog whistle for anti-Semitism would be Mel Gibson going, "I think Hitler had some good points," and then Hugh Hefner would go, "That's a great point, Mel." Coming up next on the show.
You don't remember he did that movie Ransom? And remember when he was like on the phone, the big scene where he like yells at the guy and he's like, "Give me back my son, you Jew." You don't remember that? You remember that scene in the movie?
Well, I've never seen Ransom, so no, I don't.
It's actually a good one. It's a pretty good Mel Gibson performance.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of our YouTube shorts, you know, because you've been streaming so much, you're not going to believe this, Em. I'm disheartened to tell everybody listening that we did not get nominated for a single award at the Streamer Awards.
There was a Streamer Awards? Wait,
they do that.
Can we submit?
They do that every year, and they just recently, the last day or so, dropped their nominations. We were nominated for nothing. Not Streamer of the Year, not best just chatting stream of the year, not up and comer of the year, rising star, whatever they call it. Nothing.
Let's see. I'm pulling up the Streamer Awards FAQs. You can nominate any live streamer as long as they are relevant to the award category. Mike, next year. I'm saying we start the groundswell now.
Who nominate? We should start now.
All I care about. Listen, how about this? If you're listening to this and you're like, how do we support talent alone? These guys are so funny. All their jokes about Mel Gibson were very on point and current with the current zeitgeist of what we're talking about these days. How can we support them? Well, since we don't hit the metrics on YouTube to be earning money yet, and I don't know if there's a way to earn money on Spotify, I should probably look into that.
No.
Get us nominated for the Streamer Awards in 2026. That's all I ask. I don't need to win. Just get us nominated.
We will make you a deal. And Adam's already 100% on this. He can't back out. If you get us nominated for something at the Streamer Awards, we will pull a Trey Parker and Matt Stone like they did at the Oscars, and we will show up on acid.
Yeah. You know what? Sure. Why not?
Sure. All right. There we go.
For your nominated streamer to be considered in any award category, they must have streamed for at least 200 hours total during the past year.
There we go. So next year we'll get it. For sure.
Yeah. Well, that means we have to do 4 hours a week.
Is it really? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I better pump up those numbers. Those are rookie numbers then.
Yeah, we're going to have to start streaming twice a week, Mike. If we know how well that went last time.
Or do one really long stream, or do 2 stream. Yeah.
You know what? I mean, if we do a 100-hour stream in a row, that's half of it done. Then we don't have to worry about it.
Just 2 100-hour streams and we're in.
Yeah.
Like if they start a category where they're like, best one guy in a beanie and one guy in a backwards hat stream goes to, we're in. Like, that's us.
Listen, is there anyone else out there playing NFL Blitz 2026 roster update at the level we are? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Is there anyone else who has a Zigzagoon named Dante DiVincenzo? Well, not Dante DiVincenzo, just Dante. Who got replaced by a Cyndaquil named Cade Cunny? No, there's no one else.
Absolutely not.
It's us. We are trailblazers.
We're 1-1.
We are trailblazers in the cinema space of live streaming.
Not the Portland Trailblazers. We're better than that.
Well, yeah, because we don't get indicted on gambling charges. We get away with our illegal gambling scot-free. So really, Chauncey, who here is the former NBA champion? The one who ended up in jail for getting caught illegally gambling, or the two who never did?
Still the one who ended up in jail. Still the one who ended up in jail.
We are a football podcast, Mike, brought to you from the same geniuses who brought you such articles as the NHL season, brought to you by Letterkenny Quotes. This week, we got to talk Week 11, Mike. We got to talk Week 11. Week 11 of the NFL. First off...
Oh, wait. I thought we were talking Week 4. I thought this was like going to be a retro pod. Damn it. All right.
I did think about pitching you before the season that before the season started, we should record our Monday podcast for Week 18.
Oh, that would be kind of fun.
Yeah. Just to see if we could get it right.
Yeah.
Should we do that for like hockey playoffs or something? Like the day before hockey playoffs start, should we record our podcast that will release the day of the first game of the Stanley Cup final?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay.
That could be a fun
trademark talent alone.
Yeah, we trademarked it right now.
I can just edit that out.
Hold on one second. Lawyer, trademark it. All right, it's trademarked. I just talked to my lawyer, Steen Von Lawyer.
Oh, Mel Gibson doesn't want to meet that guy. Well, Von Lawyer, maybe he does. So coming out of Week 11, Mike, we're in the area now where it's time to turn our eye towards the postseason instead of the regular season. Now, there's still obviously some question marks. Kansas City Chiefs currently out of the playoffs.
They suck.
Baltimore Ravens currently out of the playoffs.
They suck.
Those teams are presumably going to make it in. But what I want to do is do a little reverse thing that we've done in the past. Instead of making playoff picks from here, I want to go through and cross off 18 teams. So that's all we have to do. You don't have to pick what seeding anyone's going to make it in. You don't got to pick Super Bowl winners. I just want to cross off the teams that we are definitively saying no fucking chance.
And so I'm surprised. I mean, it makes sense when I think about it, but like no one is technically mathematically eliminated yet.
I am in a fantasy. That's fun. That's a fun fact. In our redraft league, as of last week, mathematically eliminated. Didn't realize I was already mathematically eliminated until I traded for Derrick Henry. And then I looked at the standings and said, oh, I'm mathematically eliminated. Why was I making trades?
You made a hell of a trade in the Dynasty League. You really loaded it up here at the deadline.
That was, instead of Colston Loveland, that was originally going to be Sam Laporta, who was on IR.
Did he balk at Laporta, or did you?
He did, after Laporta was on IR.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But, I mean, I can see the argument both there.
What was it? Devontae Smith and Loveland for Cade Otton, Derrick Henry, and Daniel Jones.
Right. Like, I mean, Cade Otton's kind of like I don't want to say he's a nothing burger, but he's not as big. So I literally I'm the commissioner in that league, so I have to come in and hit process trade. And before I did, I was like, hold on. I went to keep trade cut and looked at it, and I was like, no, yeah, I guess it actually was a pretty like balanced trade. Okay.
The Cade Otton one replaced a third-round pick because when he balked at Sam Laporta, I needed a starting tight end.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so we switched out Cade Otton from a third-round pick.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. Like Derrick Henry, it's a dynasty league, so Derrick Henry's value drops going forward.
Yeah. So. And the only piece I gave up that's like a valuable fantasy asset would be Colston Loveland. Devontae Smith's a wide receiver 2 on a team that doesn't pass the ball. But that's no one came here.
It's all AJ Brownlee's. Sorry.
Well, yeah, AJ Brown currently the wide receiver 1 on the team. Are they throwing the ball to him?
Not too much.
Who's throwing the ball to who on that team, Mike? No one's throwing the ball to anyone.
Well, they did. Never mind. We'll get into it. Let's
go. Quick couple news items actually just saw get pulled up here before we actually get into our cross-off teams. First off, Penix done for the year.
Really?
Yep.
I missed that. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, Penix done for the year. Mike, proving all of my priors correct.
I know. Wow.
Just you'll never believe this, Mike. Now, stop me if you heard this before. Michael Penix not expected to play again this season as a result of a knee injury.
Oh no! He went like 3 whole years without one. That's a bummer.
So obviously Kirk Cousins came in at the end of the Atlanta game after Penix suffered the knee injury. And then they lost. So I guess tell you that. Next news item, Mike. Jamar Chase suspended 1 game for spitting on Jalen Ramsey. Big year for spitting.
I was going to say, it really is.
If I may Bill Simmons it. Apex Mountain for spitting?
It might be. I feel like this is like Jalen Carter's fault. Like he did it game 1 of the season. Everybody was like, that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
it's
spit
like
on a guy.
it's like NFL old millennial version or young millennial version of 6'7". All the kids are doing it. No one knows why.
Yeah.
So are you taking the Bengals next week then in Survivor Pool?
No, I wasn't planning on it. Whether he was playing or not, I wasn't gonna do it.
Against New England, Mike. We all remember a few seasons ago, Game 1 of the NFL season. Everyone took Cincinnati against a bad Patriots team in the Survivor League, and then the Patriots won, and everyone got eliminated week 1. 2 seasons ago. Don't remember that?
Yeah, no, I don't. Did you take Cincinnati against a bad?
I took Cincinnati against a bad Patriots team. Got eliminated in week 1. Shadur Sanders' home got broken into during his debut, dude.
Jesus, that poor guy.
Good things have gone. I'm starting to feel bad for him.
Right?
I didn't like Shadur Sanders. I'm starting to feel bad for him.
Yeah, I mean his debut was not great.
His second pass was an interception, and his fourth pass was almost an interception.
Stefanski, I believe if I heard right, Stefanski said those were the first reps he's taken with like the first team offense.
Yeah, and it looked like it.
Yeah, and I was like, well, that's like, wait, what? Like even in training camp and in preseason, like he never took a rep with the first team offense. So like you went into this knowing you are never going to start for us, so you don't even need to practice with it.
Is it time we have a Stefanski hot seat? Like aside here,
I've been having that aside by myself for 2 seasons. He's not a good coach. He stole 2 Coach of the Years from Sean McDermott, even though Sean McDermott isn't that good of a coach. I'm so torn between 2 takes. It's tough to somehow make them both work.
Why wouldn't you
I've always thought
like why wouldn't you go like he stole 2 Coach of the Years from Liam Cohen, even though Liam Cohen hadn't been hired yet? Like go at least like with a take for a coach that you're like, this guy's got the juice.
Pragmatically speaking, which I'm probably not using that word right. I don't know if I am. Like I know the 1 year for sure. Like when Stefanski won it, it should have went to McDermott, and it was wrong, and it went to a meh Browns team that got into the playoffs, and we've seen what has happened since then. Like they gave up on a quarterback who was beat to shit, and they literally beat the love of the game out of him. You know what I'm saying? And then he finally got revitalized, and now he's back to being a legit NFL starter, a top half of the league starter.
And Josh Allen tried to beat the love of the game out of him yesterday.
Yeah.
Josh Allen opening that game with an interception and then going on to have one of the best quarterback games in the history of the NFL is fucking one. Should have been 2 interceptions, by the way. Like in his first, 8 passes, should have been 2 interceptions. And then went on to have just 6 total touchdowns, 3 rushing, 3 passing. He's done it twice in his career. No one else has done it more than once. Actually, it's only happened one other time, and it was like the 1928 Browns.
I should have went to the store before this, and I should have got a 6-pack to drink throughout this podcast to celebrate Josh Allen's 6-pack from yesterday. His 6 touchdowns.
You know what? I'd be all about that if you just got hammered on Natty Lights during the podcast.
Yes. But I know he tied Cam Newton for the most rushing yards by a QB yesterday, and then he may have broken
He passed Cam Newton for most rushing touchdowns yesterday.
In the regular season, I thought he tied him. They're both at 75.
No, he passed Cam Newton for most rushing touchdowns by a quarterback.
Well, then he tied Peyton Manning for most touchdowns scored before 30 as a QB.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And he's married to the girl from True Grit, so.
Yeah.
Huh.
He locked in big time as that game went on, dude. I loved it. It actually made me optimistic that, like, you know what? If our defense is going to suck and we're just going to get, like, stupid, crazy Allen and he's going to throw 2 interceptions and score 4 touchdowns a game, let's do it. I'll take it. That'll be fun. That's a fun ride to go on.
You know what's crazy about how bad the defense is?
so many ways you could take this.
There's like this whole idea in football that you build a team to win your division, right? You build a team to beat the teams in your division. So if you're, I mean, you get what I'm saying. You don't need me to explain it further. But that team is built to beat the Kansas City Chiefs, and they have now, after the Broncos game yesterday, the Bills have they've held the Chiefs to the second lowest EPA per play of any team this season.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that team was built after Brady left New England. So we didn't build that really to beat our division because our division sucked.
Yeah.
So that's how we end up being like, all right, you just got to beat. And I think that's actually the correct way to do it. Is who's the best team in the league? How do we beat them? And that's what you should be more
NBA.
worried
That's
about.
what basketball does. But
Well,
also,
football should do the
divisions
same
don't
thing.
matter. Yeah, divisions don't matter in basketball. So.
I think divisions are dumb in general, and the way the playoff seeding is done in the NFL is dumb in general. But that's for a different podcast.
This is for a different podcast. But don't you think that it would ruin like generational rivalries if it changed how playoff seeding was done that way?
No,
I think you're wrong.
I mean, if you're still playing that team twice a year, the rivalry's still there.
Yeah, but if it's week 17 and you have two teams tied for leading the division.
Right. So let's say like once, best case twice a season, it comes down to that.
Yeah, but those are the most impactful games.
Right. That rarely ever happens. Like what are you doing? Like usually, like for example, like a lot of times, even in those situations, like last year, right? Lions, Vikings, one's going to win the division. Okay, they're still going to the playoffs. What the fuck does any of this matter?
It matters more when divisions are bad. Like I remember the Commanders with Kirk Cousins beating Dallas in the final week of the season to take the division and make the playoffs.
Right.
But then the loser didn't get to go to the playoffs.
Right. That's true. But then also it's like a little bit of a black eye there when the divisions are really bad. Like when you have a 7-9 Seahawks team getting into the playoffs over teams with winning records, and you're like, yeah, I get it, division winners get in, but come on, this is a joke. And I get it, the Beastquake happened, that's all great, but still, like it's just I think we need to revamp how we do this. If anything, I think we need to. I don't know. I think the NFL needs to change the whole thing up. I think their divisions are not interesting, and it doesn't carry as much value.
I think you're definitely wrong about that. I think people I think that we're so national sports pilled because we do this. We consume national content like to an extreme amount. We pay attention to the whole league. But for most people who are watching like their team and then they'll watch other games, like they really care about the teams in their division. Like I have buddies who are Bears fans and like they truly hate the Packers.
And I get that. Like there's teams in my division I truly hate. I'm just saying that okay, so I guess I should put it this way. You play every team in your division twice a year, so it's not even half your schedule anymore. Yeah. Not even close to it. It's only 6 games.
Right.
And so you could theoretically there's a world where you could lose all 6 but still come out with a better record and win your division. So what's the point of all of it?
If you can find me an example where that happens, I'll take that under consideration.
I'm just saying theoretically.
That's a pretty stretchy theoretical situation where you spot someone 6 losses and they still win their division.
Right. I'm just saying I feel like we almost need to take divisions, cram them together, and go from 8 to 4 for there to be more divisional games. So then those divisional games could actually like make a bigger difference.
I definitely think that I'm just fully gonna disagree with you on this one. Like I don't think there's any way that we're coming to you
over the offseason you said you wanted to euthanize all kickers and punters. So
yeah, I do. I still do. I'll also say that like the operative complaint, and I think the one that most people would say is the reason the divisions suck in football is the playoff structure where like a good team can miss out where a bad team gets in because a bad team won their division.
Right.
So first off, you should be yelling at college football, stones and glass houses, because now the whole playoff there is about who wins the power conferences.
No, that's different.
Second, also, I think that no. I'm finishing my whole thing here, and then you can whatever your whoas are. Okay. Second, your like issues have been like nearly completely remedied by extending it to a 17 playoff in each division, or in each conference. Like what are the chances that you're like, I can't believe that the 8th best team in this conference didn't make the playoffs?
No, so I feel like my biggest issue is that divisional game. It's only 6. It's only a third of your schedule. Like to go what you're saying, like conference games, like that's 8 of 12 games college football teams are playing within their conference, unless you're the SEC. They're changing that next year finally, and they're going to go to 8. That's a big deal. That's 66.6 repeating percentage of your schedule is conference. It's like so only 6. I'm just saying like if there's a way to reshape it to where more of your games were divisional games, and then I feel like it would carry more weight in the overall. I want to add more excitement to the divisional race when they only play for. I guess so. Okay. All right. I'll boil it down to this. Because you brought up the example. how do you win? How do you get into your conference championship game in college football? You have one of
Beat
the two
Vanderbilt.
best well, yes, you have one of the two best records in conference play. There's nothing like that in the NFL.
You win the division.
Your divisional record, though, doesn't matter as long as you have the best overall record.
First off, it is a tiebreaker. It's the second tiebreaker after
Right.
head-to-head.
Yeah, but it still doesn't matter if your record's there. That's what I was saying. Theoretically, I would have to do research.
Third.
I doubt it actually ever happened, but
Like, you're also talking about, like, with the whole college thing, you're like, we need to make the divisions bigger. It's still like those teams hate like two other teams. Like, Texas hates Texas A&M despite the fact that they didn't play in the same fucking conference for
I
like
tell you what,
12 of the last 13 years or whatever.
and they hate Oklahoma, and they sure as hell hate Georgia now. They lost to them three straight times.
So now it's just a division. Now it's just 4 teams where they hate 3 of them.
No, no.
Texas doesn't give a fuck about Alabama.
Well, they do give a fuck about Alabama when they're playing them, and it's a conference game.
Okay, but I give a fuck about the Chargers when the Commanders play them.
Why?
Because I want them to beat the Chargers.
But
there's
it's not.
too
It's
many
not. It's
teams
not
in
the
the college
division, Adam. Why
conferences
do you
because
care?
you don't
It's not the
care about
division.
any.
It's not a divisional game. Why would you care about the
It's
Chargers?
an
It's not a
individual
divisional
thing.
game. This is the same shit that like baseball's holding on to with like their we got the National League and the American League.
No, you see that's different because that one's dumb.
Yeah, and they throw up stats that are like you just set the National League record, and then you look it up and you're like, oh well, the actual record's way higher than that. So why do I care?
Can you
It's
answer me
because
this? Answer me
National
this.
League.
Can someone tell me this? In the regular season, do American League teams and National League teams play each other?
Yeah.
Then why is there different MVPs?
I don't know, because like I said, they're still hanging on to this whole like. I mean, I guess I'll give them credit for at least still like putting the effort into like hammering that into like that is a part of how we do things. AL, NL, that's how we do it. But
The different MVPs things drives me up a fucking wall with that.
Yeah, that part doesn't
name
make
one
sense.
MVP. You get one MVP. It's not most valuable
Josh
players.
Allen. Oh,
There you
you're
go.
telling me one. I'm sorry.
Adrian Peterson, did he win that year?
He didn't. Probably because he's not allowed to. He doesn't throw the ball, so people disrespect him.
Well, you see the word value. It's important there. Value. We're firmly, by the way, in the time of the year where they go, it's a weak MVP year. Should Jonathan Taylor win MVP? Should Myles Garrett win MVP?
Yeah, I feel like it's really going to start ramping up now. I feel like the MVP conversation's been pretty murky up until this point, and I think the next couple of weeks we're going to see people start to break out. There's not going to be I think this is where the fun stuff ends. Like, oh my God, what if Baker Mayfield won it? And then we're going to be like, all right, yeah, but we're getting late in the year. He's not really going to win it. Oh, what if Sam
Baker's
Darnold?
definitely
Yeah,
gonna win
but come on.
After this week, there's no way Sam Darnold or Baker can win it. I will say I would rather have to exclusively for the rest of the year watch Saints at Browns as the only game I'm allowed to watch than have Drake May win MVP.
I will say, and then we have like segments we have to get into, and we're already going crazy long. But this week, people don't get upset. Hear me out. What I'm about to say. I got a vaccine. I got the Darnold vaccine. I'm no longer Darnold pilled. Anybody? It's over.
I like how you got a vaccine to get rid of your pill.
Yes, I took a pill and I had Darnold disease.
It's like you got Narcan. You OD'd on Darnold pills and had to get Narcan to get all the Darnold pills out of your system.
Yeah, because he threw 4 interceptions in a big game, and all of a sudden I remembered last year, and I was like, oh yeah.
Throwing 4 interceptions and losing by 2 points is an outrageous stat.
That's worse. If he threw 4 interceptions and they got blown out by 20, you could be like, the whole team played bad. You threw 4 interceptions and you lost by 2. Your defense played good. You fucked the team, bud.
Yeah. There was one guy on that team who dropped the ball, and it was Sam Darnold. And I don't care whatever random linebacker was screaming about how Sam Darnold's got them in every fucking game. Sam Darnold lost you that game.
Yeah.
By the way, big week for linebackers saying shit. You see the Broncos linebacker who was like, I think that his quote was something along the lines of, if you're out there tweeting about quarterbacks, you need to get a life. Like Dragon Slayer 69 tweeting about Bo Nix, you need to get a life. And I was like, Dragon Slayer 6? Did you write that ahead of time? Was that off the cuff? Because if that was off the cuff, we got to give this guy a podcast. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
That's pretty good. If not, it makes me think like, wait a minute. Is there an account in your Dragon Slayer 69?
Yeah. Like, how many burners do you got? Did you just name one of your burners? Have you been tweeting about Bo Nix? By the way, we haven't finished the news dump.
Oh, sorry.
Justin Fields benched for Tyrod Taylor.
Oh no.
How about this? Victor Wembanyama out for a few weeks with calf strain.
That's a bummer. I enjoyed the. I saw the highlight of him just fucking yamming all over Draymond when he tried to start some shit.
Everyone's talking about that one. Everyone's
Put a smile
missing
on my face.
the block of the year he had like 4 minutes later in that game when Jimmy Butler got inside of him, went for a layup, and there was one full Jimmy Butler, a 6'6" small forward in the NBA, one full Jimmy Butler between Victor Wembanyama and the ball, and Wemby still blocked it clean.
Right, but that's like the difference of like you hate Jimmy Butler, so you'd focus in on that one. I feel like more people are annoyed by Draymond Green, so they focus in on that
I can't hate Jimmy Butler anymore. I have too much loyalty to my friends.
Oh, true.
And Jimmy Butler is on the Warriors. I literally don't have negative feelings for Jimmy Butler anymore.
Yeah.
We should get my ex-girlfriend to play for Golden State.
Why?
Because I wouldn't hate her anymore.
That's true. Just get everybody you don't like to play for Golden State, and you'd be like, yeah, good guy.
You think I can get Kerr to give Trump a call? Get Trump in the building?
I'd pay money to see Wemby poster him repeatedly into oblivion.
That's all the news dumps I have. We can actually get to our segments now, Mike.
Okay.
So like I started to say before we got distracted talking about, I think Mel Gibson, or was this after Mel Gibson when we started talking about
after Mel Gibson.
Okay, that's good. We are going to do a little thing here where we're going to cross off 18 teams. Simply, we're saying these people will not be in the playoffs. Nothing more, nothing less. We're saying these people will not be in the playoffs.
Nope.
I think a lot of this is going to be relatively chalk, and we could probably just rattle through them somewhat quickly. But
Good chunk of them,
yeah, we'll get somewhere. We'll get somewhere a little spicy towards the end, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
So how about we start here, Mike? Let's. I'm just gonna say let's cross off the teams in the AFC.
Okay.
You want to go division by division here? We'll start with the East.
You want to go divisional? Okay.
Yeah. Dolphins and
All right.
Jets. Any argument that either one of those teams isn't a cross off?
We can cross them both off.
All right. I'm just keeping track to make sure we have the right amount of teams here. AFC North. Bengals, Browns.
Go and cross them off.
Any argument to be made for Ravens or Steelers?
I think that division only gets one team in, so I think it's kind of one of them is going to make it.
Yeah.
I just can't tell you which one right now. Baltimore still plays, Pittsburgh still plays Bills, Ravens, Dolphins, Lions, Browns, in the Ravens again.
Jesus Christ. Poor Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Baltimore has Jets, Bengals, Steelers, Bengals, Patriots, Packers, who are extremely bitch-made, and then the Steelers again. So, I mean, I guess which one of those teams do you think's winning?
Baltimore. I mean, I think Baltimore's going to win.
I agree, too. So I personally would cross Pittsburgh off. Sorry about it.
Tough beat for Pittsburgh. Aaron Rodgers, turns out 41-year-old men, frail bones. Broke his wrist in a win this week.
I mean, they had a good time there. Burrow was out. Lamar was out. The Browns have their head up their ass annually. So they're like, yeah, it's our division. Yeah. Shit's done changed now.
And they'll end up
come
over
home.
500.
Yeah.
And Mike Tomlin will get another year to coach there.
9-8, baby. Here we go.
All right, AFC South. Here's where I think that it's going to be maybe our first spicy division. Titans, obvious cross off.
No, yeah.
Yeah. Titans, obvious cross off.
Hey,
There's so
hang
the
the
only
banner.
way. Okay, go ahead.
hang the banner in their stadium that says we were up on the Texans. Like what? Like 60% of that game.
Yeah. Imagine being a Titans fan. They're 0-5 at home this season. Imagine being a Titans fan, like especially a season ticket holder. You've gone to every home game, and you haven't even seen them kind of win. Their point differential is more than negative 100 points. It's 130 points.
Wow, there is no other team that can say that they're winless at home. That is the Titans' sole record this year so far.
And they'll be in a great position to draft Fernando Mendoza. So here's where we're going to get a little spicy. I don't think there's any way the AFC South has 3 playoff teams in it.
Probably not. No, here we go.
Technically,
don't even
technically,
start.
technically, we can get 4 playoff teams in, right? From a division. Is that true? It's 3
Yeah,
wild card in the winner.
Mhm.
Man, I want that to happen eventually. But there's no way that the Titans are getting in, and there's no way the AFC South is going to have 3 playoff teams. I don't even know if the AFC South's going to have 2, because I think that we have to do 2 from the West, and we have to do 1 from the East.
We have to do 2 from the East.
2, yeah, I meant wildcard teams.
Why? So then the AFC South can get 2 in.
No,
Just
I'm saying
one from the North.
I'm saying no. So 1 team from the North, right? 1
Yeah.
team from the East. Oh, okay. So 1 team from the North, 2 teams from the East, 3 teams from the South.
Oh.
Or 3 teams from the West.
Three teams from. I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. So I don't think the South gets 2 teams in the playoffs.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. All right. Go ahead. I know what you want to do here. Just go ahead and do it, Adam.
Well, the Colts are in. Jags Texans are out.
I mean, 8-2. You got a pretty good lead right here. Congratulations, bud. They're kind of bitch made too. But
I will say, they're a game up on the Chiefs. They have the head-to-head tiebreaker, and the Chiefs have lost 2 straight.
You know what would make this like really interesting?
What?
You know, the Jaguars still have to play the Colts later in the year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Colts are currently 2-0 in the division. The Jaguars are 1-1. That's only a game difference, except divisional records don't matter for fucking anything.
Well, if they split the head-to-head, then it can matter.
Mm-hmm.
It comes down to a tie. So we'll definitely cross off the Texans, circle back on the Jags.
Let's circle back on the Jags, yeah.
But Texans for sure.
Mm-hmm. And we'll cross off the Raiders. I'll go ahead and skip ahead for you.
Yep. Raiders. Okay. So as we have it right now, we have 8 teams crossed off, and we need 9. So we need to cross off 1 more team.
Yeah.
Our options to cross off right now, I would say, our top options are Chiefs, Jags, Bills. Those are the 3 least likely to make the playoffs.
Yeah. Chiefs. Okay. Bills are definitely making it. Probably winning the whole thing for sure.
I just want to see how fast you'd react to it.
The team I'm jumping to cross off is not a team you said.
The Chargers?
Yeah, Chargers.
2 games up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't hate
Eagles and Chiefs still on the and I know they beat the Chiefs earlier in the year. This Chargers team's beat to shit compared to that.
Yeah.
Not only are they beat to shit, they're starting just to look lost. They don't know what the hell to do.
Yeah, real bad game. Also, real bad take for us, where I very publicly said that the only outcome I don't believe will happen in this game is a blowout, and that it ended 35-6. With
Can we rewind the tape? Did you just say bad take for us? I didn't say that. Don't put that evil video on me.
I can pull up the short right now. I'm pretty sure your face is in there somewhere.
Okay. They also have their last 2. Well, they have the Cowboys in there, but that who knows at this point. And then they also have Texans and Broncos, which Texans aren't anything to write home about, but that still is a goddamn good defense. And the Chargers can't score points against good defenses, it appears.
Well, they did. They scored 25 against the Steelers. Steelers defense hasn't been great. They scored 37 against the Vikings.
Mid.
Vikings have a very good defense. Outside of that, man, I can't believe the Commanders beat them. How did the Commanders beat anyone at any point this season? They have a 23-20 win over the Broncos, which I believe is the Broncos' last loss.
Right. Tell me what's happened recently. They got shit smacked by the Jags.
They lost by a lot to the Jags, but before that, they were on a 3-game win streak.
They got blown out by the Jags. I'm not putting stock in, you beat that Vikings game, that 37-10 Vikings win. If I remember correctly, that was against
it was against Carson Wentz, and it was
Carson Wentz. Yeah, and it was overseas. That's not great. They lost to the Colts by 2 scores, so we've already seen them lose to an actual playoff team. All right, you beat the Titans by 7? By 7. Hold the phone. You beat the Titans by 7? And as we see, the Steelers really shouldn't be taken seriously this year, so I'm grasping. I love Jim Harbaugh and Justin Herbert. I want the Chargers to be good. They're not.
Well, how about we play this? Because my go-to here is to cross off the Jags. But my backup to that is to cross off the Chiefs, who are currently 500.
I'd love to cross the Chiefs off.
Colts, Cowboys, Texans, Chargers, Titans, Broncos, and Raiders to end the year. What do you think the record is going out of that?
For the Chiefs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Colts at home next week. Win or loss?
That's going to be the win. Everybody's going to be like, God, Patrick Mahomes, the Chiefs are back. This is huge, Jim.
Then on a short week, Thanksgiving at the Cowboys.
No, they're gonna win that game.
Okay. at home against the Texans.
They can win that game.
Will they, though?
Is CJ Stroud back? Doesn't matter. They're probably going to win it.
Okay. Chargers at Chiefs, December 14th.
Well, I have to say the Chiefs are going to win based on my previous argument.
Chiefs, Titans,
They're
December 21st.
going to be the Titans.
Okay. Broncos, Chiefs on Christmas.
I think this is going to be that year where like the Broncos just they got their number. So I think Broncos win that one.
And Chiefs, Raiders to end the season.
Genty runs for 450 yards, and they still lose. Chiefs win.
So you're saying 6-1 to end the season. So you put them at 11-5.
Maybe not 6-1, but let's say 4-2, and they go 10-7. Do you think that gets them in?
From here, if they went 4-2, they'd be 10-7. Wait,
what? How many games did we just talk about? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
We
talked about 7 games.
7.
Yeah. Let's say they go 5-2 and they get to 10-7.
10
Do you think 10-7 gets them in?
So you're saying they will win if they. So you think that it's more like they get 5 wins than the Chargers get 3?
Yes. I have Stockholm syndrome. As a Bills fan, I've been beaten by Mahomes and Reed so many times that I can't doubt them to not pull this off, despite how bad they looked yesterday. But also, like, people, let's all sit down and have a conversation. God damn, does Denver have a good defense? You know what I'm saying?
Despite the fact that Riley Moss got called for every single flag.
Yeah, god damn, that's a good defense though. Like, what? I mean, sometimes good teams play ridiculously good defenses. What do you want?
Let's run through the Jag schedule here, because we got to pick one of these 3 teams to cross off here at some point. Jags Cardinals next week.
Win.
Jags Titans.
Win.
Colts Jags.
I guess I'll say loss. All right.
Jets Jaguars.
Win.
Jaguars Broncos.
Probably a loss.
Jags at Colts.
Let's say they split one of the two. We're gonna go with the old splitsky there.
And Titans Jags.
Win. That'd be 5 more wins.
Yeah, so they'd be 5-2 coming out of that. So
Maybe
you're basically saying that Jags will go 5-2, Chiefs will go 5-2, and the Chargers will win 2 or less games. Well, I guess they could win 3 and lose out in the wild card to the Jags.
Yeah, I'm really low on the Chargers. I mean, I'm willing to be swayed and go with your decision if you have something else. I'm just super low on these Chargers right now. They didn't lose yesterday. They had no fight. They were dead. That was a dead team.
I'm unfortunately getting a little content brained here because I can already see how nice it'll look in our headline on YouTube when it says the Chiefs are out of the playoffs with our podcast.
That's what everybody's saying right now, though.
Yeah, but the problem is if we say the Chargers are out, no one clicks on that fucking video, Mike. Who cares? It's the Chargers. They don't have any fans.
But if you say the Jags are in, that's pretty big.
How about this? We're at an impasse. Yep. Let's do a classic Town Alone thing. Mike, what is this podcast brought to you by?
The Wheel.
It's brought to you by The Wheel. Let's put Jags and Chargers on a wheel.
What about the
very, very appropriate with our last podcast where I claimed they were the same team and that this game couldn't possibly be a blowout.
Right.
Maybe we should just not. Maybe we should just not listen
to this conversation too.
Yeah, I just forgot to say them.
The Wheel, okay.
But maybe based off my recollection of last week, we shouldn't listen to my opinion when it comes to the Jags and Chargers. Maybe I should recuse myself from this conversation and let you pick in a monolith here.
You don't know shit about Duval, all right, buddy?
I know shit about Duval. Mike, how a scale of 1 to 10, how confident do you feel that out of these 3 teams, the Chargers are missing the playoffs?
1 to 10?
Yeah.
8.
Ooh, I didn't tell you the scale. 1 is actually the most confident, with 8 being the least, and 10 slightly higher than it. All right, I'll acquiesce. We'll go Chargers.
Yes. If this team had Blake Corum and J.J. McCarthy and Roman Wilson, then maybe Harbaugh could pull it off. I'm just not seeing it.
All right, Mike, let's switch conferences over to the, I'm reading here it's pronounced National. Is that correct?
National Football Conference.
We'll start with the NFC East. Mike, I think all 4 of these teams make it. Let me. Okay, ready? Eagles 8-2 with only a plus 34 point differential. And like that is the best point differential in the division.
It's
Cowboys 3-5-1 with a negative 14 point differential. Commanders 3-8 with a minus 50-point differential, and bringing up the rear, having scored one more point than the Washington Commanders all season, the 2-9 Giants, who currently have a minus 63-point differential and have won 0 games on the road.
So we're going to cross off Giants, commies, right?
Yeah, and Cowboys. We're crossing
I'm
off
going to cross. Okay, I was about to go through the Cowboys. If you were going to push back, because I know you love Dak, I was going to go through the schedule and say, no, we're crossing them off, sir.
They are 3-5, Mike. They are 3-5. Oh, sorry, they are 3-5-1. I'm not having the Cowboys in the playoffs.
No, we're not
How about this? You want me to have the Cowboys in the playoffs? They really gotta beat the Raiders tonight, man. Like if they lose to the Raiders tonight, I might just like cross them off next year too.
The Cowboys losing to the Raiders is the type of like toxic shit I dream of. Just to see because like Cowboys are one of those like big media loving brands, all national media outlets talk about them so much. I'm talking about ESPN.
No.
So it's just fun to see them all melt down whenever they lose a game like this. So
we're gonna skip the North. We'll come back to the North. Okay. We're gonna go to the NFC South with your favorite team. We call them Duval East, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, that's a hell of a Buck squad.
It's a hell of a Buck squad. Emeka Egbuka.
Mm-hmm. Vita Vea is a monster of a man.
Yeah, your text about Vita Vea really had me going.
Like I know how big he is, but still, when you see him on TV, you're like, Jesus Christ. That is a big boy.
I saw him trying to chase down Travion Henderson last week when Henderson broke one off that he ended up scoring a touchdown. It was the one at the end of the game when Henderson like weaves off to the right and points at Vrabel to make sure it's okay. He scores. Yeah. Vita Vea, like Henderson bounces to the outside and Vita Vea goes to chase him, and it's just like Vita Vea trying to chase down Travion Henderson. It's kind of like the like Romero zombies. That's just like a slow wave that'll eventually get to you. It's like the tortoise and the hare. Like if Travion Henderson had to run around the world, Vita Vea was going to eat him alive. But in a 40-yard dash, Vita Vea had less than 0% of a chance.
I mean, Vita Vea is great, but his real power is I'm going to stop you within the first 2 yards.
Yeah, I'm literally immovable.
Yeah.
But Buccaneers, Panthers, Falcons, Saint. Who you got winning the division, Mike?
I have the Bucs winning the division.
Yeah,
and I think that's the only team that makes it.
Not the Kirk Cousins-led Falcons. You don't see a boot and rally there.
No,
not the Bryce Young. Hey, I just threw for 480 yards. Panthers.
That was awesome. He does that like once a year, and it's always against the Falcons. Apparently.
Yeah, I was gonna say no. He does it twice a year, and it's always against the Falcons.
Yeah, it makes no sense. Great game. I don't know if that lit something up in him.
His last game against the Falcons, the 30-point shutout. 16 for 24 for 121 yards.
Does he even do it good against Falcons the first time?
No.
It's just one time. He does it once a year. He did it last year against the Falcons.
This time against the Falcons, 31 for 45, 448 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Wild. If he replicates that the rest of the year, they're going to the playoffs.
They're going to the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
All right, I crossed off the Falcons and the Saints as well. We're at 15 total teams. We need to get 3 more. Now we're to the 2 hardest divisions of football, if you ask me. We're going to start with the West, because the West, I think we both have some clear picks from here. So the West currently, Rams leading 8-2 after beating the Seahawks in an absolute, like we all thought, just, barn burner, running up the score, 21-19 win that came down to a missed 61-yard field goal.
So close.
The fighting Sam Darnold's, by which I mean by the end of the season they will literally be fighting Sam Darnold to get some wins. Seahawks at 7-3. The 49ers at 7-4, and then team talent alone, the Cardinals at 3-7. Mike, I think we cross off the 49ers and the other 3 teams make it.
I don't think so. I think we're going to cross off the Cardinals. Sometimes you make bad picks in life,
Yeah, we always do. What do you mean? Have you seen our team talent alone record? We always make bad picks.
Dude, Brissett threw for fucking 452 yards, all right?
Okay, so here's the thing now. Yeah, okay, so we'll talk about that in the PFF game. I was about to start talking about Brissett. We'll talk about that in the PFF game. Brock Purdy was back.
Yeah.
You've been asking when Brock Purdy was going to be back for the last 2 months. Brock Purdy was back. He was back, and he had a what I would describe as a game. 19 for 26, 200 yards, 3 touchdowns. Christian McCaffrey had
pretty good
2 touchdowns. Third and Juwan got a touchdown. George Kittle got a touchdown. Who doesn't love to see a good George Kittle gain a touchdown followed immediately by one of George Kittle's 25 commercials?
Yeah, it's great.
So what about let's go to the North now. Are we crossing off the Vikings?
Yeah.
Okay. That leaves us with only one team we need to cross off to finish this out.
And we have like 6 teams. We have to pick one person to cross off.
Yeah, so let's eliminate in reverse order here. Rams obviously making it, no question.
Yeah.
So now we only have 5 teams that we don't know who we're crossing off and who we're making it. Some of them in the North's got to win, but
I'd put
Seahawks, 49ers, Bears, Packers, Lions are the teams that we have left that I think are in competition for this last spot.
Can we just bring it up now? That was a terrible call last night, right? We're on the same page.
Yeah. You're talking about the pass interference?
Yeah, that was more of a
Yeah.
push off, if anything. I don't think, personally, I wouldn't have called the push off either. I would have kept the flag away. Me and my amazing referee experience. Call me Mike
Yeah.
Pereira over here. But that was like a god awful call. Like even Chris Collinsworth was upset about it. Like you did something wrong.
Yeah. First off, whenever Chris Collinsworth gets triggered by a call, it's big. It's big news.
Yeah.
By the way, the Washington Commanders have just cut Matt Gay after 2 missed kicks and loss, which makes since we got rid of DeAndre Hopkins, we have just had kicker problems left and right. I cannot believe we got rid of him still. I'm the only person in the world who's still
why
talking.
didn't you just keep him?
I'm still the only guy out here talking about Hopkins. I also call him DeAndre Hopkins, which is very much not his name.
You meant Dustin, I know.
Dustin Hopkins. I'm the only person still talking about Dustin Hopkins on the Commanders. It's been 3 years, 2 seasons, something like that, since they got rid of Dustin Hopkins, and I'm still talking about it.
You keep going through kickers. It makes sense to wonder what was wrong with him.
Yeah, let's just sign with Youngwin Koo. That guy will have like
There you
one
go.
incredible season before falling off a cliff with every team he plays for. So we'll take.
Someone's gonna sign him, and he's gonna get it back. Or everybody's gonna look foolish for letting the coup sit out there at home.
You never let Koo walk around free, you know.
That's not cute.
So yeah, terrible call on the pass interference. Not that I think it mattered that much.
No.
Really. No, I think.
No,
I
it
think
did
the
matter.
Lions-
They
I
could have
think the
got the
Lions-
stop, and they would have got the ball back. What do you mean it doesn't
Yeah,
matter?
Lions were losing that game, man. I don't know what to tell you.
But still, we don't even know that now because the refs.
The
The
Lions
refs decided the game. It's disgusting.
Couldn't move the
abhorrent.
fucking ball all night.
Yeah, well, I guess Chauncey Billups was the ref last night. Fix was in.
Is it concerning to you that that's where people go? Like, I was in a group chat where people were talking about if Sam Darnold was intentionally losing the game, and I'm like, this is bad for sports.
I think that's sports sports league's like biggest fear with all this and with like the Billups thing and everything is that like that's where everybody's gonna go the second something happens. They're gonna be like, oh,
Yeah.
Fix is in, and it's bad for sports and it's very unfortunate because I don't think that's what happened last night. I think
No,
literally.
yeah.
There's a track record of refs making god awful calls in games that are 3 scores apart. Refs make bad calls more often than you'd like to know, but it happens.
Well put, Mike. Well put.
Thank you.
But we got to circle back. We got to cross off one of these teams. 49ers, Seahawks, Lions, Packers, Bears. I think that the first thing we need to do here is we need to decide who we're picking for the NFC North, because then we can get down to 4 teams where we just got to pick one to cross off.
Okay.
So who are we picking to win the NFC North? If
Who
you
are
say
you picking?
Bears, I'm throwing you out of a window.
Who are you picking? I'm asking you as a question.
I think that I am still gonna go Packers.
Really?
And the only reason why is because they have the tie instead of the loss.
Okay.
Which I do
Bears
think
lost.
is the razor thin margin that this is going to come down to.
Bears will have to play the Packers twice.
Bears still have to play the Packers twice. Bears also, I know I'm harping on this today, negative point differential.
Oh yeah, but I mean, haven't you heard Caleb Williams is clutch?
You want to name drop Colin Coward again?
Yeah, I heard this.
Bears rest of the year, they got the Steelers, Eagles, Packers twice, Browns, 49ers, and Lions to end the season. And I think that we can probably slot in that Week 17 game. Everyone's playing their starters.
Against the Lions.
Both sides. I don't
Both
think that the NFC playoff race is going to be too tight with these teams that already have 3 and 4 losses for anyone to be in a position in the final week of the season to be sitting their starters.
Yeah, this is this is really tough.
So my initial vote's
Detroit.
Packers. I'm not even looking at the schedule on the way out. But they have Vikings, Lions, Bears twice, Broncos, Vikings, Ravens. Maybe I'm not picking the Packers.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not an easy schedule there.
No.
And I for some reason just think the Bears Packers series is going to be a split. I don't know why.
Well,
Bears just keep finding these ways
the Bears,
to win games. It's weird.
I think did the Bears play? Yeah, they play Aaron Rodgers next week in Soldier Field. That's a loss for the Bears. Aaron Rodgers always beats the Bears Soldier Field.
He goes. Yeah, I mean, he told them that he owns them.
Yeah,
Remember that? He said, "I own you."
And I double checked. He doesn't.
Really? Are you sure?
Yeah.
You checked court filings, everything. Okay.
I checked court filings. Yeah, I went down to the office and I was like, "Give me the Bears files."
So
the last time the Bears have won a game that wasn't one possession was October 19th. Mike, back then,
Wait,
October 19th. Yeah, very well done. You went forward 2 years?
I meant to say 20. Never mind. I meant to go like in the past. I said 2027. I don't know why. All right.
That was so long ago, Mike, that at that time, Donald Trump didn't want us to release the Epstein files. That's how long ago that was.
Oh, shit.
Before that, you have to go back to September 21st when they beat the Cowboys by 17 points.
Right,
So they have two double-digit point wins this season, and that's it. Or two possession game wins.
Well,
and
with how
just as many two possession game losses.
Yeah. All right, so I'll say this. I can't sign off on the Bears. And at first I was thinking like 7-3, it's a good record. How does that fall apart? Well, I mean, the NFC is pretty loaded this year. It could be tight because the West is so strong.
Yeah.
So like 10-7, that ain't gonna get you in. And there's an argument 11-6 won't get you in. So yeah, let's go ahead and cross the Bears off.
The line last year, I think, was 10-7. No, it was 11-6 because the Packers were 11-6 last year, and they were the 7th seed.
That's right.
That's crazy. All right, crossing the Bears off.
Mm-hmm.
So here are the 18 teams that we just crossed off to give us our playoff teams.
I don't know. I can't believe I let you put the Packers in there. They're such a bitch-made team. They barely beat the Giants. They're such a joke. Like everything about them, from their cheese heads to their Micah Parsons trades, they're just a joke and a half.
Okay, but also the Bears barely beat the Giants. So
that's a good point. All right, they're the same team.
So here are your cross-off teams: Dolphins, Jets, Bengals, Browns, Steelers, Titans, Texans, Raiders, Chargers, Cowboys, Giants, Commanders, Panthers, Falcons, Saints, Cardinals, Vikings, and Bears. What team on that list is going to make us look dumbest?
Packers.
Chargers.
You think the Chargers are going to get in the playoffs?
I said dumbest on that list.
Oh, the teams we cut. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The Bears. The Bears.
The Bears. Yeah, the Bears might win the division, and we just crossed them off, not even make the playoffs.
Yeah. Ben Johnson's going to come to your house in his pee pants.
He's gonna try to piss on my door, but he's gonna forget to take off his pants like he always does. But the nice thing is, if Ben Johnson comes to harass you, we know one thing about him, and that is that he is a man made of cowardice.
Damn.
That's where the original nickname for Piss Pants Ben Johnson comes from, Mike.
That's true.
Because he wanted to stand behind Dan Campbell and piss his pants instead of going and playing for a franchise. So, and how has that worked out? Are the Bears really that much better than the Commanders? No one knows.
Maybe,
all right, Mike.
Maybe he was like, I'm worried that team's going to draft a kid with weak elbows.
That Ben Johnson has often talked about his scouting method being elbow focused.
He stares at elbows. So he knows.
He's like Quentin Tarantino with feet. Mm-hmm. All right, Mike. I gave you a segment that we're going to do here in a second, but before we get to your segment, we do have to do the Arizona Cardinals PFF grades guessing game. For those of you who do not know, every week Mike and I guess I do this every week. You don't guess shit. Mike pulls up the PFF grades, and I try to guess the top 5 graded players per PFF for team talent alone for the game that was. Our team for the year is the Arizona Cardinals, who we crossed off very quickly when discussing the NFC and have borderline no reason to keep following. But hey, we are in a purgatory of our own building. With that, Mike, let me know when you're ready, and I will start guessing players.
Second. Scrolling.
Oh, should we recap this? What happened in the game?
Yeah, sure.
Would this be the time to talk about Jacobs?
Jacobs popping off out here.
Yeah, in a 41-22 loss, Jacoby Brissett set the record for most completions.
Yeah.
That's the record. 47 for 57, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Now, if you include the interceptions, he actually broke the record by 4 passes.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
You
think about it. He threw the ball 57 times, and only 8 of those hit the ground.
Should he be the new starter? I mean, is he now the franchise quarterback, is what you're saying?
I like my favorite thing about this also is that Arizona absolutely scored 2 touchdowns in garbage time that really like brought them back into range in this game. Which, by the way, I don't know how closely you're watching this game in real time. Fourth quarter, they're down 35-10. They score a touchdown and they go for 2.
Why not?
You're not making up the difference, guys. There's 8:28 left in the game, and you're down 25 points.
I mean, their 2-point plays.
It worked for the Denver Broncos.
Right.
And then, but not to be outdone, right after that, I mean, not right after that, 4 minutes after that, when San Francisco scored, San Francisco went for a 2-point conversion.
Wow, that seems spiteful. Like that was done on purpose. Interesting, Kyle.
All right, Mike, are you ready for me to guess the top 5 rated players according to PFF?
Yep.
Number 1, mainstay on this list, the best receiver on the team, Trey McBride.
Yes, Trey McBride was number 3 with a 78.8 offensive PFF grade.
Yeah, which is I was gonna assume near the top ranked, but you said number 3. I guess that could be on either side of the ball. He could be top 3 there. Number 2, Mike, the 185-yard man himself, Michael Wilson.
Yes, sir. Number 1.
Yeah,
83.5 offensive grade.
As we all expected going into this game.
We all knew.
It was never even close, and yet Michael Wilson still had 185 yards.
Yep.
And no touchdowns. Fun fact. Number 3, Mike, on your fantasy team, Bam Knight.
Might
have not had enough snaps.
Yeah, that was where it ran to that, because they ran a lot of offensive plays compared to the amount of times their defense was on the field, which was weird.
Was it like around 70?
79 total offensive snaps, according to PFF. And Bam Knight did do pretty good, but he only was on there for 32 of those snaps.
That was below half of 79. All right, number 4, Mike. Switching sides of the ball here. Joshua Sweat.
So, Josh.
Only guy with the sack on the team.
Wet. Unfortunately, no. 66.5.
Jesus.
PFF
This is
grade.
going to be one of those times where I should have just guessed Paris Johnson Jr.
He was also low on the snap count, too. I don't think he would have made it either way.
Well, I'm guessing they played a lot less defensive snaps.
They did, yeah.
Number 5, I got nothing for this. For the second straight week, this was such a dog shit performance by the team overall, especially the defense. Jonathan Gannon's out. I mean, like, the defense was so bad. So I just went with the top tackler on the team, Cody Simon.
No. Shout out Buckeyes, but no. So you got 2 of them?
It's gonna be Brissett, isn't it? It's gonna be Brissett.
So number 2 on the list was, we'll go reverse. Number 5 was the other wide receiver, DeDorch.
Yeah, touchdown. So
had touchdown. He had 77. Number 4 was your favorite player in the history of football, Jacoby Brissett, at 78.7.
2 interceptions. 2 interceptions, and he was the 4th graded player on the team.
A lot of yards, Adam. A lot of yards. And then the other name you missed, who slotted in at number 2, sandwiched between Michael Wilson and Trey McBride, was safety Jalen Thompson with an 81.3.
I felt so hesitant to give it to anyone on the defense. Like, they did well because Brock Purdy had like a relatively low ADOT, so obviously the safeties were doing something right.
Yeah.
And I know I saw Budda Baker like fill a run gap a couple times, but it's just like, God, how do you give credit to anyone on this fucking defense?
The highest overall graded player this week was Walter Nolan, but he only played 23 of 55 defensive snaps, so I couldn't get
when I was watching the game, I wrote down Walter Nolan's name pretty early, but then like he just disappeared. Like I didn't see him at all. And I wasn't tracking snaps, but I just was like, okay, there's no way Walter Nolan's can play enough snaps. I haven't seen him out there in forever.
Yeah.
Next week, and we'll cover this slightly on the Wednesday episode, the Cardinals are versus the Jaguars. And Mike, we're only 2 weeks away from the $100 game.
I know.
It's approaching. You better hope that there is some kind of car accident in Tampa Bay in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah. Didn't you give me an out on that?
No.
I thought you said if I watched some movie and wrote a however many word essay about it. It was Eternals.
Oh yeah, if you watch Eternals and write a 2,000 word essay on it.
Yeah. I'm just gonna rabbit Brissett. He's gonna get me a Hondo. He's gonna get me a Benjamin.
He's gonna get you a Benji.
He's gonna get me a Benji.
Well, that is our coverage of the Arizona Cardinals Week 11 game against the San Francisco 49ers. A dog shit affair. And Mike, let me tell you, as a temporary Cardinals fan and a permanent Commanders fan, boy, the end of the season cannot come fast enough this year.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm a Bills fan, so I still got a lot to play for. So.
Well, yeah. So the end of the season's actually the worst part for you.
Oh yeah,
That's usually a dramatic loss
upset.
in the divisional round.
Basically, yeah. So looking forward to that.
Mike,
if we get there.
You texted me and said that you would give me another $100 if you could talk about college football on the podcast this week.
I never ever said that, and you have no proof. Would not stand up in court.
And in traditional Town Alone fashion, I would not simply say, "Yeah, let's just talk about sports." That's the segment. We're just going to say things about sports. So what we have compromised here, Mike, is that I'm going to give you up to 10 minutes to talk about Week 12 of college football. And at the end of that 10 minutes, I will then take a pop quiz that you have designed ahead of time. How many questions did you do? I have no idea. I didn't set up how many questions.
Oh, I meant to do 10, but I think I only jotted down 8.
All right, so we're going to do 8 questions, an 8-question pop quiz at the end of this 10 minutes. If I get a passing grade, which is above a 70, next week you don't get to talk about college football. However, if I fail, and we agree that the information was provided to me and I still failed, next week you get another 10-minute segment talking about college football.
It's not really a pop quiz then.
Well, I'm not going to. That's fair. It's not. I'm not going to type anything. I'm not going to write anything down. No notes.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. I'll keep my hands in the air. I just got to focus in for the next 10 minutes.
This is like when you'd go to class and your teacher would be like, "All right, we're like watching a video today," and then she'd be like, "But you should really pay attention."
Yeah.
And at the end, she'd be like, "What's this? A quiz?"
With all that being said, Mike, are you ready to start your time?
Yeah.
Does this timer have? Yeah, I think it does. Okay. Hold on. All right. Go.
So yeah, yeah, I didn't really know what to talk about. Like, I knew stuff I wanted to talk about. I didn't know how I was supposed to do this, so I started writing like random stuff down. So when I texted you, it was after the end of the Bama-Oklahoma game. Number 11 Oklahoma upset number 4 Alabama 23-21 in Bryant-Denny Stadium on Saban Field.
Is that why you've been so pissy for the last 48 hours?
Have I been pissy for the last 48 hours? I didn't notice that.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it was one of those things where like Bama had like 9.5 more minutes of possession than Oklahoma. They had almost doubled them up in yardage. They had 406 to 212, and they still lost the game because OU just has a ridiculously good defense, 3 turnovers, 4 sacks. I mean, they held Bama to 2.4 a rush, but that's not exactly impressive. Everybody, I mean, Bama can't run the ball. That's their biggest problem. But the reason why I texted you was because like the final series of that game, when Bama has the ball inside like 2 minutes left. Because you ever watch something and you think like, oh, this person's in his bag, but then like the Uno reverse card comes down and you're like, oh no, they were in their bag the whole time. So Bama's trying to score, and they end up with a 4th and 1 with like 2 minutes left. And Ryan fucking Grubb, dude, pulls out the fake handoff reverse to Isaiah Horton, who picks up not Isaiah Horton, I can't remember the receiver's name, but picks up a few yards. Now, if you're a real like Grubbophile like me, you popped because you immediately recognized the play from 2023 when they played Washington State in the Apple Cup. You know what I'm talking about, guys? My guys out there know what I'm talking about, okay? And when they had 4th and 1 on like their own like 29 or 30, and they went for it, they did the exact same play. Fake the handoff, Romeo Odunze, boom, 29 yards. They go down, score a game-winning field goal. So I'm like, oh, dude, Grubb and DeBoer in their bag. This is over, right? Next series, first play, 11-yard sack. Not good. Next play, an incomplete pass that hits the dirt before it gets to the receiver, and the camera shows Ty Simpson, and I immediately just go, oh, shit. I was like, that's the kid from the Florida State game. This isn't good. Like, he looks rattled again. And so then fast forward, they got 4th and 6th, and they like cut to Brett Venables for a second. Head coach of OU, made his name at Clemson as defensive coordinator. Before that, he was at Oklahoma as defensive coordinator, and you know how he calls defense.
7.5 minutes left.
All right, big play, and I say to myself, he's fucking sending it. Venables is coming. He's sending it. Sure enough, sends a blitz, sends an extra man. Simpson throws another ball that hits the dirt. Game over. OU wins. So it was just fun. It was just good shit. It was seeing like coordinators and play callers and being like, yeah, that's what they do. I loved it. It was good shit. So huge win for Oklahoma, obviously, because their playoff hopes would have died right there, and they're still alive. Bama's fine. Bama beats Auburn. They go to the SEC championship game. They could care less, and they go to the playoffs. Hey, Adam. Texas is back.
Are they?
Nope.
Didn't they lose?
They did. 35-10. They lost on the road to Georgia. It was 14-3 at half. Third quarter interception gives Texas short field, sets them up. They score. We got a game, all right? Not so fast, my friend. UGA goes on a long touchdown drive. They convert on 4th and 1 from their side of the field, showing the balls. They go for it again on a 4th down, and this is where Texas unravels because they jump off sides, giving a free first down. That drive ends with a 30-yard touchdown pass to London Humphreys. And then this is why college football is better in the pro game. You know what happened after that touchdown?
People graduated and got
kick.
to go into the
that no one saw coming because you don't have to go out there with the big sign that says, we are doing an onside kick right now. Everybody. You don't. They call him with the onside kick, and they just blew him out from there. 35-10. That was with like 14 minutes left in the fourth. Like, dude, the ball's on Kirby. Like jugular hunting, just going for it. I loved it. I know you're going to ask.
Very Saban-esque.
Yeah, somewhat Saban-esque. You could say that.
Well, he did that in the national championship game. So.
There you go. Did he? I don't remember this. Are you fucking with me right now? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Against Clemson. He came out and onside kicked when no one was expecting it.
Oh, okay. What? Why do you know that?
I don't know, man. Why do I know anything?
I know you're going to ask, so just so you know, Arch went 27-43 for 251, a touchdown interception. Average 5.8 a throw, not great, but he was pressured 19 on 46 of his dropbacks. So also,
is Gunnar Stockton just straight up a better prospect?
No, I wouldn't say that, but Gunnar played a good game. Gunnar. That's what he does. No, he doesn't.
5 minutes left.
5 minutes. Last thing in the SEC. A&M, number 3 team in the country. They were down 30-3 at half to South Carolina. Lenore Sellers and the good old Gamecocks. Yeah?
Yeah, except he's hurt, right?
No. He played all game. 30-3. If A&M had won that game, it would have been their biggest comeback in school history. Do you know what happened, Adam?
Did they win the game?
They won the game. Greatest comeback in school history. They won 31-30. Like the first half, they're just snake bitten. 2 missed field goals, a fumble return touchdown. Marcel Reed throws 2 interceptions. And then I don't know what halftime speech Mike Elko gave them, but they just came out and demolished them in the second half.
Now, how do you feel about their odds against the Samford Bulldogs next week?
I think they're going to do good. Yeah, this week of the season's the lame one where like half of the SEC plays like FCS teams, and it's not fun. But yeah, I don't know why Marcel Reed isn't getting more Heisman love. Like he's starting to move up there on ballots or on odds boards, but he was just after that first half, the dude was just unreal against pressure when he was blitzed, just like dominated. On the other hand, Shane Beamer, son of legendary Virginia Tech head coach Frank Beamer, I think he might be fired. I think that might have done.
Yeah, Lenore Sellers was his 3rd coach in 3 years.
No, it wouldn't be his. There was his one coach the whole time he was there, but I think he might have just lost his job. Everybody was posting videos of him at halftime walking into the tunnel and throwing his hands up, and then they lost. Speaking of Sellers, though, he should go back to school, right?
Yeah, I'm definitely not a buyers on him anymore.
Yeah, I think he had a bad team around him, so it's not entirely his fault. So I had to go back to school. Shit, hit the portal, you'd be making stupid money. How much time do I got left?
3 minutes, 17 seconds.
3 minutes, 17 seconds left. So the AAC, the American Conference, everybody's decided this conference, whoever wins it, they're the G5 representative in the playoffs, which is fair. Going into the week, they had 5 teams with 1 conference loss that were all fighting to get into the championship game. 2 of those were Navy and UCF. UCF just got back into the rankings. Navy beat them 41-38. Navy puts on high scoring
41 points.
Right? I guess they just put on fun high scoring games now. Thanks, Trump. Look what he did. He got presidency. Navy's an exciting team to watch.
Do you think the Space Force is going to have a team?
I don't know. That's a good question. Why haven't they? The other 1-loss teams were Navy, Tulane, North Texas, and ECU. North Texas has the best overall record of all of them. So it'll be interesting to see if they can pull it off. Because I mentioned that because this loss here for USF, it's still unlikely, but the door's open for JMU. They've only lost 1 game. It was to Louisville. They could go undefeated in the Sun Belt, win the Sun Belt. There's an opening for JMU to take that spot if the AAC cannibalizes himself.
Didn't we all agree that JMU was screwed since their coach left?
Kurt Signetti. No, they've done pretty well after that.
Yeah.
Turns out they're still doing pretty good. What else? I don't have time to talk about it, but Byron Brown's fucking unreal. 327 passing yards, 136 rushing yards, 4 touchdowns. Byron Brown fucking rules, and no one talks about him.
Who's he
Moving
coach?
on. He plays QB for the USF Bulls. All right, I'll skip this where I was going to glaze Notre Dame. All you need to know is that they just humbled Pitt's poor ass big time. And we'll get to the last thing. Francisco Mendoza against Wisconsin, 22 of 24, 299 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Jesus.
Believe it or not, to give you the updated Heisman odds, he's currently minus 115. Next up is Julian Sand, followed by QB Marcel Reed. Diego Pavia had a Vanderbilt for some reason. The quarterback, we're still doing this thing. Gunnar Stockton, your boy, Gunna, is number 5. And then you got Haynes King from Georgia Tech finally showing up there, followed by my boy Jeremiah Love. Wide receiver Jeremiah Smith at OSU, best wide receiver in all of football, actually. Jacob Rodriguez, the linebacker at Texas Tech, is in the top 10. That was surprising. And then lastly, Ty Simpson at number 10 rounds out our updated top 10 Heisman boards. It's going to be tough for Mendoza to lose this time.
You got 40 seconds left if you want to do your Notre Dame glazing.
Oh, yeah, sure. So, I mean, Pitt was hot coming into the game. They won 5 straight ever since they benched Eli Holstein for starting QB Mason Heinschel. He did not have a good day. I won't read off the stats, but they got humbled. The Irish D had 4 sacks, 7 tackles for a loss, 8 passes defended.
Jesus.
And blew out Pitt as Pitt came in and they were, I think, third. It was 3 or 5 ranked run defense by EPA. Jeremiah Love averaged 6.4 carry as he put up 147 on him. And I sent you the video of Jadarian Price carrying a man 5 yards.
Yeah.
Or dragging him. So, yeah, Notre Dame's going to win out and make the playoffs so everybody can cry about it.
Zeros across the board.
Oh, I thought I had more time. That's exhausting.
You want to take a breather before the quiz, or?
No. I just got to make sure I actually hit everything that there's questions on, so it isn't unfair. Okay, yeah, no, we're good.
All right, Mike. Well, the other side of this is you outlined that 8 questions. We're going to do an 8-question quiz, so I have to get 70%. So 70% of 8 is 14. So right. I got to get 14 correct for us to...
Wait, what?
I've never been good at math.
It's 8 questions. You can't get 14 correct.
We'll do the math after. If I ace it, then we don't need to. All right, Mike, what is your first question?
All right. Brent Venables, head coach of Oklahoma. I said this. Where did he coach before that as defensive coordinator?
USF.
Are you seriously your answer?
JMU?
No. It was Clemson. I said Clemson, and then I said before that Oklahoma as well. You had 2 possible answers. I would have given it to you. All right. That's wow. Now I'm worried. Okay, this one was more recent. I just mentioned it. Who's Pitt's starting quarterback?
Brent Venable.
Oh my God, are you serious?
No, it was it wasn't Holstein. Holstein's benched. It's like the guy whose last name starts with an H. It's like Heineken or Heckerson or Heckelin.
I'll give it to you. It was Mason Heinschel. I'll give that one to you.
There you go.
Because you knew who got benched. All right. What conference is JMU in?
They're in the Sun Belt.
Oh, damn. All right.
Because the reason I latched onto that one is because you were talking about the AAC and then mentioned the Sun Belt, and I was like, that's a different conference. I don't know why you're bringing that up.
Yeah. How many QBs did I just name in the Heisman top 10?
Okay. So Jeremiah Love, Jeremiah Smith, and the linebacker were the 3 that weren't, so 7.
Okay, that was an easy one. How many one-loss AAC teams are left?
Let me say this. The reason that Heisman one was easy for me is because I'm such a fucking MVP guy. Like, I just want to talk about the MVP all the time. And Heisman is just college football MVP.
Right.
How many teams are how many one-loss teams are in the AAC?
Yes.
5.
As of now.
4.
Yes. How am I helping you? Which team in the AAC has the best overall record?
Oh shit! It wasn't JMU. They were in the Sun Belt. Okay, you were talking about the AAC because USF lost, so it's not USF. I am going to go with USF because I can't think of the other team that they played.
It was North Texas. North Texas has the best overall record. Haha. All right, who's Shane Beamer's dad, and where did he coach?
His dad is Carlos Boozer. He played in the NBA for many years for the Utah Jazz.
You really have no idea?
Okay, well, he coached at Virginia Tech.
In his name?
Carlos Boozer? Carlos Beamer?
Carlos Beamer would be great. I'll guess you got the Tech part right. I'll give you half a point. His name was Frank. It was Frank Beamer. And then lastly, what's the Washington versus Washington State rivalry called?
The Apple Bowl.
The Apple Cup. I guess I have to give that one to you. I don't know. I guess I don't get to talk college football next week.
Wait, what was my final score there?
I have it written on papers. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5.
5.5 divided by 8. Mike.
Yes.
That's a 68.
Should we call that a pass?
We set the bar at 70.
We're talking college football next week. My next
Great.
quiz is going to be 25 questions. All true or false.
All about the AAC.
Yes. Oh, spent way too much time talking about Oklahoma and Bama. I really had to rapid fire the rest of it.
And you didn't ask any questions about Oklahoma and Bama.
I did. I had the Brent Venables question.
Oh, yeah, he's the coach of Oklahoma.
Yeah. And he was
But you
the
said
DC
before that
at.
Clemson. But
There
you
you go.
said, but you also said he had 2 former teams. Where was his other former team?
I said he was great DC at Clemson, Oklahoma before that.
So he went Oklahoma, Clemson, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Fucking
It happens more than you think.
Vance
coaching.
Joseph ass.
Head coaching spots will come open and former coordinators and stuff will come back.
It's like the NBA hiring former players as coaches.
Yes.
Or I guess it's more of an MLB thing. But anyways. Mike, only one thing left to do here. Monday Night Football kicks off in an hour, 2 hours. Kicks off in 2 hours. This podcast is going to come out after Monday Night Football already kicked off. I already gave away the gimmick that we could have done where we could have just pretended like we recorded this afterwards and reacted to it. So we're not going to do
Let's
that.
do that. Oh my God, Jerry Jones pulled his dick out on TV. Could
Said,
you
look at
believe
how small
that?
it is, Donald Trump. And then Donald Trump kissed it.
Jerry Jones is Bubba? Never mind. See if anybody gets that.
So what we're gonna do, Mike, is we're just gonna bull out some specific predictions here. I'll say we'll just do 2 each, 1 for each team.
Sure.
So the teams playing in Monday Night Football are obviously the Dallas Cowboys and the Vegas Raiders. The line on the game is something. I'm sure it's towards Dallas, and I'm sure it's a lot of points, despite the fact that they only have 1 more win than the Raiders.
I got it at
Infinite number of ties.
3.5.
You can go to this game right now for $737. I think that if you paid me to get from Chicago to this game, $737, I wouldn't go.
That sounds illegal to charge that much for this game.
Yeah.
But I guess, Vegas' stadium is ridiculous, so that's probably part of it too.
Yeah, but this is my bitch when I went to see the Savannah Bananas. Where they were like, oh, but the whole show they put on so good. And I'm like, I just want to watch the fucking baseball. Stop doing the dance numbers and stop playing 4 seconds of every pop song. If I'm going to Allegiant Stadium, I'm not like, wow, I really want to take in the sick stadium. Guess what? The Detroit Lions Stadium was great, but the reason that I remember going to that game on Thanksgiving was because it's when Flus got fired. And it came down to them just running out of time because they couldn't run a play. So if I paid $737 to just go sit in the stands at Allegiant Stadium and watch the fucking Raiders and Cowboys for 3.5 hours, that feels like a bad use of money.
For sure.
But that's not what we're here to predict, Mike. We're here to make oddly specific predictions for each team. So what do you say? We both start off on the home team here? Both make an oddly specific Raiders prediction?
Go for it.
My oddly specific Raiders prediction, Mike. Max Crosby gets a Gordie Howe hat trick. That's right. As we all know, in football, a Gordie Howe hat trick is an interception, a sack, and a fumble.
Oh, okay. Does he have to just force the fumble, or does he have to recover it?
Just force it.
Just force it. Okay.
Who's a more apt name than that? It should be like a Cam Chancellor, Jamal Adams. I feel like it would be something a safety is more likely to do, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Josh Norris always could punch a fucking ball out.
and then he got punched into the dirt.
Yeah,
Never to be seen again.
We need to. I need to. Here, you know what? While you do your odds prediction, I'm gonna find a better name for this.
My oddly specific prediction is the Cowboys defense is not very good, and I have him in fantasy, so it's going to be Ashton Genty. I think he goes for over 135, but not more than 149.
Wait, say that again.
He's going to be somewhere between 135 and 149 in rushing yards.
That is oddly specific.
It is.
All right, Mike. While I'm still trying to figure out the answer to this question, how about we hop over to the other side of the ball here, and you give me, well, I guess not the other side of the ball, just the other team, and you give me a Dallas Cowboys oddly specific prediction.
So for the Dallas Cowboys, there's another player. I also have him in fantasy. His name's George Pickens, and I somehow need him to score 41 points for me to win my fantasy game. Is it possible? I don't know. So I'm going to say George Pickens has 185 yards and 3 touchdowns.
85 yards and 3 touchdowns?
185.
185 yards and 3 touchdowns. Okay.
Yeah.
My oddly specific prediction for the Dallas Cowboys. Can I go with your Jerry Jones gets his dick out?
Go for it.
You know who's had a terrible run recently? We're not really talking about him.
Oh.
It's been a bad stretch for Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
Like going back from his games, Arizona ends up with 1 touchdown, 1 sack, QBR of 34.8. Against Denver, QBR 65.8, ends up getting sacked twice, 2 interceptions, no touchdowns. Then before that was the Washington game, which we're not going to count. And the game before that's Carolina, where he has 3 touchdowns in a game they lose by 3 points.
Yeah. Are you selling your Dak stock?
No, I'm not selling my Dak stock. I'm just saying, like, I was a big Dak guy, and Dak's hurting. You know, I will say this. According to Brent Venables of The Athletic, I forget who writes it, but this Sanderson, whatever his name is. But this guy has an article on The Athletic, and he has a stat called the Betrayal Index, which is the QB who has the highest EPA per dropback that's most offset by his defense. So basically the QB that performs the best, but his defense and special teams lets him down the most.
Yeah.
Number 1 on the list is Dak Prescott.
Oof.
Up until this week, I should say. Number 1 on the list was Dak Prescott. After this week, Dak Prescott now shares that honor with one other player. They are tied at number 1 with 24 EPA lost to their defense and special teams this season. Who is that other player, Mike?
Geno Smith.
You think Geno Smith has enough EPA that his defense is costing him games?
Oh, defense is costing him. I'm sorry. Okay, I was confused. Josh Allen.
Josh Allen is correct.
Yes. Let's go. Wait, let's not go. Wait, what?
By the way, we're officially calling it a Brian Dawkins because he's the only player who has 25 sacks, 25 interceptions, and 25 forced fumbles in his career.
That's a good one.
So a Brian Dawkins hat trick
Mm-hmm.
is when you get I'm calling it Max Crosby getting a Brian Dawkins hat trick.
I like it.
So just to clarify, so that we can put our stamp on this, a Brian Dawkins hat trick is 1 interception, 1 sack, and 1 forced fumble in a game.
Yes. Trademark talent.
Trademark talent alone, along with whatever our idea was for the hockey playoffs.
Cool.
But all this prediction, it's a get right game for Dak, but not in the way you're thinking, Mike. Dak Prescott, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 2 rushing touchdowns.
Oh, so get back in time.
Yeah, get back to 2019.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I like it.
And with that, Mike, we only have 1 segment left here. And that's a little game called Prospect Wordle.
Yeah, we're actually doing it?
No, I'm kidding. I don't have one lined up.
Okay. I think wait, what's going on? I thought that was a Wednesday podcast thing.
Just wanted to see if I could trigger a fear response in your brain.
Did.
That's all I got this week, Mike. I feel like this podcast right now, saying at 1 hour and 30 minutes raw, after we cut out all the discussion about divisions, this podcast will be like 59 minutes.
Really? I felt like we were going long.
Well, yeah, but like after the Mel Gibson and divisions discussion.
Oh, yeah.
After all that gets cut out,
That's
it's gonna
true.
be like a 40-minute podcast.
What do you want to talk about?
Yeah. How do you feel about Brent Venables and his tenure as the defensive coordinator at Oklahoma?
That's pretty good.
And his dad, Carlos Boozer.
Carlos Beamer.
Um,
Frank Beamer's bastard son, Carlos.
That's all I got, Mike. You want to do plugs?
Yeah, follow me at Silent Mike on X.com and Google at Silent Mike anywhere. Pops up. That's probably me. Unless it's not. Let's not say that because there could be someone else that could say things. It's actually not me. So let's just stick to X.com. Probably knows.
Did you know that Talon Mike is actually Mel Gibson's burner account?
Okay, see what I mean? Could have got myself in trouble there. Yeah, and that's that.
You got anything in the works, Mike?
I mean, hopefully, we'll see. Not making any more promises. Life's been crazy. The day job has been a pain in the ass lately, so I haven't been able to do as much as I want.
Well, no matter what, Mike, you do have something coming out this week.
Wrestling predictions.
Wrestling predictions. There you go.
Yes.
What's the pay-per-view, Mike?
I believe the gears are full. This is the full gears. Yes.
This is the full gears. We got full gears predictions coming out this week. If you've listened to the podcast but you've never checked it out, Mike and I go through and predict every wrestling pay-per-view between WWE and AEW with fun little quips. I know it's season-long prediction from WrestleMania to WrestleMania, and currently I'm winning, and it's not even close. Mike,
that's not true. Whoa. Last year you kicked my ass.
This year you're kicking mine.
I am.
It's very Kansas City. I won a lot of one-score games, and
not anymore.
now I'm not.
I'm locked in.
Follow me on Twitter, formerly known as X, at TalentAloneAdam. I post all of our work on there. I tweet out Kalkbrenner shot charts.
Yeah.
That
the picture you sent me last night?
Yeah.
Is that what you did? I asked you what it was. You didn't tell me.
I think I replied with a GIF that made no sense in the context.
Exactly.
You can check us out on Wednesday. We'll be back here to do another podcast previewing Week 12 of NFL action and doing a prospect wordle, as we alluded to previously. You can come back on Friday, where Mike and I will be talking NHL, Anaheim Ducks, Toronto Maple Leafs. This is how SEO works. If I just shout NHL team name, Seattle Kraken. That's a bad one. I feel like that's not going to get it.
No.
We're talking some hockey in our off week from the basketball talk, and then the week after that will be our off week from the hockey talk, where I'll be talking with Tyler Carr about basketball. We also stream, Mike.
Okay.
We stream. We live stream on the interwebs. We stream on YouTube at Town Alone Podcast every Thursday. This Thursday we are back in Pokemon because I don't want to play NFL Blitz anymore. Few streams ago, Mike picked Pokemon Red. I thought it was an incomprehensible decision at the time, and similar to when I said there's no way Chargers-Jags is a blowout, I was wrong. If you like what we do here, come swing by the stream and check it out. Usually we have Hannah in there moderating, just chit-chatting, playing some Pokemon. If you want to catch up on what happened last time, we have a short up called The Ballad of Dante that really fills you in on the backstory. Mm-hmm. Is there anything else I need to plug? Is that everything? Do people stay and listen to this, or is it at this point where they just skip the next podcast?
When you listen to a podcast, do you listen to the plugs at the end?
Yeah, but usually because I'm washing dishes.
Right, your hands aren't free.
Yeah, because I'm jerking off. With that, Mike, as we always do here on the Town Alone Podcast, let's do shout-outs on the way out the door. Mike, would you care to give a shout-out to Mississippi State?
Mississippi State?
Yeah.
Shout-out to Mississippi State. Go Bulldogs! If I had a cowbell, I'd clang it, but I don't have one.
Isaac Smith.
Michael Van Buren. He doesn't play there anymore. Now he plays at LSU. Just won a game this weekend.
Davon Booth.
The Booth.
I pulled up Mississippi State. You see, Dak Prescott went to Mississippi State, so that's how.
That's why you wanted that one. Gotcha. I thought you were talking about current. My bad.
Let's stop recording.
Yeah.